You want to know why I hate working on basket cases that someone else has already tore apart? So, first off, I had to figure out which strap goes where. You look up the part numbers, it don't tell you which one's left or right. But anyways, I got it figured out. And never do this on an edge. These motors mount extremely weird. They're not like a wedge. They're sure as hell not like a fucking Pro X. So you have your engine straps here, a goofy ass square engine mount, and they sit on these fucking brackets on the bulkhead. Now, something you never want to do is remove the nut from here and try to fight it off the bracket. Just simply unbolt the bracket and remove these with the engine. I promise it'll make your life about 20 fucking times easier than trying to get that nut off in the sled. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull both the brackets, get them bolted onto the motor, set it back in place, and then you just throw the bolts back in, you're done. Otherwise, with the motor in here, an air box that's not removable on these fucking early edges, you're back in there trying to remove a fucking nut. Ain't no way. Not today. Okay, that's how you want to do it. It's only 2 bolts here, boop, and it comes out real fucking easy. It's 3 bolts on this one. You got to pull the secondary clutch for the side bolts, and then 1 straight down into the bulkhead. You can see I got the socket there. The other bolt goes there, 2 through there, 1 right there. Super easy if you do it the right way. Pain in the ass if you try fighting these nuts in the chassis. Anyways, I think I'm about ready to throw an exhaust manifold and a primary clutch on this real quick, and this thing should be ready to drop in the sled. Okay, the motor is bolted in. I skipped a very important step, which is put a fucking oil pump on it. Anyways, that's all right. I'll be able to knock that out in the chassis pretty easy. It's just 2 little 8mm bolts. Still need to throw some nuts on the front side, but I got the rear mounts all buttoned up. Hell yeah, step closer. Okay, I pulled the motor again, installed the oil pump. I got the oil line ran there to the cases. This one ran to this side of the cases. The oil pump cable installed and set. So, oh, and the pulse line. I think I'm about ready to slide this back where it goes. Put the oil line that is kinked. I didn't do that. I don't do that. Put that back on the oil pump and go from there. Making a little bit of progress. Hell yeah. Another hour, if everything goes smooth, I should be able to fire this thing up. Unless Amber comes in and tells me I need to do something else. So we shall see. This thing's kind of been fighting me. It's like it's begging to be sold. Speaking of selling, starting to pull out some goodies that I've been saying I'm going to use forever and ever and ever and ever, and I just never use them. So I put these up for sale. 3 head covers, 2 new little adapters that go on top of the dome. You see that dome has one, that dome does not. Water neck, temp sensor, 1 set of hardware, 2 set of domes. I have 1 set, this set here, nope, I lied. It's these 2 here are actually pump gas. These 2 are not. These are cut to 28 cc's for 13.5 compression ratio. Definitely not pump gas friendly domes there. But I put all of it up for $375. I mean, fuck, who knows? It might be sold by the time I post this video, but maybe not. Get rid of those because I'm just in the process. I'm not trying to get top dollar for my shit, but I'm just trying to get shit out of here. Like, I've been using, had these for years and I haven't used them. And honestly, if I do end up going with the head, it's probably going to be my aftermarket Legend head setup just because I think it looks a lot better. No other reason, honestly. Well, I don't know. These are actually pretty fucking good looking. But these are definitely more common than the Legend. Granted, this is the last item I need from other 700 for the kit that SLP sold back in the day, but I just kind of don't care anymore. So, yep. Motor back in place. I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Oh, hell yeah. Finished bolting in the motor. Got my oil line that is so goofy how it runs out from under the air box. Hooked up to the oil pump. So, I'll be honest, I really dislike these air boxes. They don't seal very good. They're kind of a pain in the ass. There's fucking 20 different fucking sections of it that can leak. But it is what it is. And the steering post, everything runs through it. Just really goofy design. Kind of glad Polaris went away from it. They only did this for a couple years. But yeah. I think I just need to throw the carbs on, coolant hoses, exhaust, secondary clutch, and well, obviously we need some fuel. Oh, by the way, these are sold. I gotta ship them out today. So by the time this video's out, they're already gone. But they didn't last very long. So yeah, just slowly trying to make progress on this. I'm like 4 or 5 days into this build. So I'm only working on a little bit here, a little bit there. You guys don't see it on video, but I got a lot going on. There's always something, like Amber picking her up from work because she works close to home now. So I drive her. That way I got the truck. Then puppy, got to take it to the vet today. So there's just a lot going on. I haven't been making a ton of progress each day. A little bit. I'm making progress every day, just not. I feel like this project could have been done in probably 6 hours if I steadily worked. But yeah, we're getting there. The goal is to have this running today. I want to see and hear this thing run. So I'm going to keep trying to get what I can do for the next hour or so, and maybe we'll be there. We'll see. Yeah, definitely wishing I would have put this Y pipe on before putting the motor in. This is pointed directly at the bulkhead. Boink. So I can't get in there. My little impact. I don't even know if I can get my tool in there. Oh, just barely. No room for a socket though, or sorry, ratchet. So that's cool. I guess we'll get this done. Well, this actually worked out pretty good. I got a 1/4-inch wrench. That is a ratchet wrench. So the torque, or the Allen wrench through it. Just went ahead and tightened it down that way. Worked out great. Okay, carbs are in. Got the fuel line ran to them, as well as the 2 oil lines ran to the carburetors. I guess it's time to plug in some electronics, the airbox together, spark plugs, slap the pipe on it, and some coolant hoses. Fuck, we're actually getting pretty close. One thing I will say, getting the carburetors into the carb boots there is a fucking breeze. Super easy. The whole faceplate just clips into place. Toss your velocity stacks in there. Just like that. You got your top half here. Well, first let's get the leaf out of there. See if I can do this one-handed. Tough back there. Oh, fucking missed. Oh, bitch. I'll clip in. The wires out of the way. Take this down. Put that on. Boom. Like a cherry on top. Ready to send it. Okay, coolant hoses are on. I need to pull one bolt off the recoil to get the clamp placed correctly and get that all secured. I was right. That hose is cut. There's a T. It has a hose coming down that's plugged. I don't necessarily know what the fuck that's all about, but there that is. Electronics are all plugged in down there. I guess I can do this. Yeah. One last thing to do is tighten the hose clamp down there. That clamp. Throw a pipe on it. Throw some coolant in this thing. Some fuel. It might have a little bit of fuel. Very little. Just a little bit at the bottom. Might be, I don't know. It might be enough to start it. But we're actually making some pretty good progress. So I guess I could throw a secondary clutch on and a belt while I'm at it. But yeah, definitely making some progress. And this thing will be running very, very shortly. Okay, clamp tight. This is on. Cleaned up the wire or hoses just a hair. And my tether's unplugged. Have to plug that in somewhere. But yeah, progress. Okay, I think that's it. Exhaust and coolant stuff's all done. Carb's hooked up. Return's good. All the oil lines are hooked up. Clutch, belt. I think it's all together. A little gap right there. I'm hoping it'll slide the rest of the way on when it's running. It's a little rusty and crusty. It was hard to get off there, much less back on. I can't believe I even got it that far. But yeah, pretty sweet. I think we're ready to clean this off and try doing the first start. All right, we got some gas, and I know it don't look like it, but we got about 3 gallons of fuel in there, and that's all it did. But then again, the bottom portion of the tank is considerably larger and holds much more fuel than the top half. So I guess it kind of makes sense. Or maybe it's just like a 12-gallon tank. Fuck, who knows? But got a bunch of fuel in there. All the premix. This thing is ready to try to start. I guess I'll throw this up on the tripod and see what we got. Okay, so I do have the tether hooked up now, just in case this thing for some reason wants to go crazy, but it should be good. Topped off the coolant, did not burp it, but I'm sure it'll suck some down. Fuel is on, full choke, key on premium. only hitting on one cylinder though. I'm gonna go ahead and pull spark plugs and open the big garage door, let it fucking air out. Woo! It's a whole lot of two-stroke going through there. But yeah, one cylinder. I'm gonna pull spark plugs, make sure we're getting spark on both. Go from there. Okay, we have spark on both cylinders. I did forget, took my carb vents up to the air box. See what happens. Still running on one. Okay, I think we got her. I ran it for a little longer. It popped. I think it cleaned up. Got jack stand under one side and jack under the other, because my fancy sled stand is off back somewhere. We are going to spin the track, hopefully not take off and run everything over. Plug, boys. Took a while to clear up. Smelled like a two-stroke. It's excessive though. Freaking excessive. Okay. My eyes burn. My eyes literally burn. It runs. I think my eyes are gonna water. Woo. Yep, she runs. Needs to run some more. Get the coolant burped. I don't think it is burped all the way yet. And yeah. Ugh. Fuck yeah. I'm pretty pumped. It sounded pretty good. Fueled by Red Bull. Threw a little of that in the tank. We're good to go. Oh. Fucking finally, man. This sled's been biting me. Woo. Get the coolant burped and take her for a little rip one of these days. Today is not the day though, because it is still pretty fucking cold out. Yes, my vagina hurts. That is all.